Hey everybody, it's SpiceyKy. Today I want to show you how to create a table of contents for your Kindle eBooks. It's one of the simplest things that you can do throughout the entire process of writing and publishing something. And it takes less than a few minutes, so it's really not even worth outsourcing if you have the time. But before we get started, why don't you go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me? And if you know someone else that's having a problem creating a clickable table of contents, make sure you share this video so we can get the word out and help people get the job done. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe and make sure you click the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new piece of content that can help you with your business. Now let's get to the content. Okay, for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to just use an article that I wrote for a client. And I've already broken it down into sections. So basically each one of the main sections of the article are going to be my chapters. I hope that makes sense. So let me show you how easy and simple and quick this is. So basically, in order to create your table of contents, this is what you need. You need all of this up here. This is how you create your table of contents. Okay, so for your actual title itself, the title of the document, the title of your ebook or document, you want to use title. And I'll come back and show you the reason for that in a minute. But you want to make that title. Now the way you set up your font and all of that stuff, that's completely up to you. I like my titles Arial 16. I like mine single spaced, and I like 12 points in between each paragraph. That's my personal preference. How you set up your font is up to you, but it needs to be title. And if you want to change that, you right click on it, click modify, and you can actually go in here and create yours. This is how I like my titles, Arial 16 bold. So now let's go to chapter 1. This is going to be my chapter 1. Now how do I make that be a part of the table of contents? Make it heading 1. Once again, you can easily modify this. So I'm going to make mine not centered. And that's my heading 1, my first chapter. These are sections of chapter 1. So I'm going to make that heading 2. Here's another section of my chapter 1, heading 2. Another subsection of chapter 1, heading 2. Now here's my chapter 2. Make that heading 1. Subchapter, heading 2. Subchapter, heading 2. Subchapter, heading 2. And then here's my chapter 3. That's going to be heading 1. Subchapter, heading 2. Subchapter, heading 2. And my final subchapter, heading 2. Now, let's go back up to the beginning of the document. And let's say this right here, where my cursor is where I want to insert my table of contents. So the first thing you want to do is make a place for your table of contents. I want my table of contents right here up under my title. So that means I need to move all of this stuff to the next page. So what you want to do is go to Insert, Page Break. And that moves all of the content down to the next page. So now we have room for our table of contents. Place your cursor where you want your table of contents to go. Then click References, Table of Contents, and choose the style you like. I like Table 2. And there it is, my table of contents. All of this can be changed. I don't like blue in my stuff. So I change my font to automatic and I'll make it bold. These are my heading 1s and my heading 2s were my sub chapters. Here's another heading 1. These are my heading 2 sub chapters. Last chapter, heading 1, and these are my sub chapters. So let's say you go and make some changes. Let's say I change this and I want this to say recording arts and show time. Now that I've made a change, I'm going to have to actually update my table of contents. So you can just click on it and a little box will come up, or you can right click and then you'll get an option to make changes. So you update the field, and you can either just update the page numbers, or you can then update the entire table of contents. Now if you just click the box and do it that way, you get the exact same options. So what's the difference? Well, let's say you made changes that actually maybe pushed your content down. Maybe you added some paragraphs or took some paragraphs away, or maybe even added some graphics or something. And so that actually changed which page numbers each chapter started on. That's when you would update just the page numbers. But when you made a change like I did, where we changed the chapter name to recording arts and show, forgot what we changed it to, sorry. Then you would update the entire table. See how it changed to recording arts and show times? Now, let's say you made changes that actually changed the page numbers. Let me give you a prime example.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now let's go down and let's say we wanted all of our chapters to start on new pages. So let's go and move chapter 2 to its new page. Insert, page break. Go down to chapter 3. Insert, page break, and there you go. Now our page numbers are all the way off. So just click so you can update the field, and then you simply want to update the page numbers. And that's it. See how they changed from pages 3 and 4 to pages 4 and 5? And there you have your table of contents. Now I did say I would come back and explain to you why your title needs to be title instead of a heading 1 or 2 or any of those headings. The reason for that is because if you make it a heading 1, it will be added to your table of contents. You don't want it added to your table of contents. So you cannot make it any of those headings. It needs to be title. Once again, you can change the font to look however you want, but it must be title. And there you have it. You've created your own clickable table of contents for your Kindle eBooks. Now, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, feel free to leave them below in the comment section, and I will definitely get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Spicy out.